young person used a trendy new word that an old person didn't understand. The old person felt terribly embarrassed. Out of spite, the old person got together with his mates and started following the young person around to property auctions and outbidding her at the last minute. Then they'd loudly brag about their portfolios of negatively geared property investments whenever the young woman was close enough to hear. One time, the old man, after having cheated the young woman out of yet another home, yanked the gavel out of the hand of the auctioneer, pointed at the young woman and shouted, "I declare your future going, gone." And on the last word, "gone," he slammed the gavel into the letterbox, and the peal rang out as he and his mates clambered back into their private helicopter. Laughing, they shot up into the sky and did laps of the city while stuffing their jowls with illegal platypus eggs they got on the eccentric millionaire's black market and pointing out which public housing blocks they were going to develop into luxury apartments for wankers. Decades later, the young woman, now old, like a hag, lay dying. She lay dying and finally she understood. She understood why the old man did what he did. It was because young people are alienating. And sometimes they make you feel bad. And so sometimes you want to make them feel bad by negatively gearing them out of the property market. The sickly old woman leered through her half-open eyelids at the fresh-faced children, her children, surrounding her hospital bed. She saw them squandering their youth, undeserving of a future. Not a one of them was holding her hand or expressing remorse for the things they should have told her sooner, or for all the times as toddlers they stood in the doorways of cafes, fucking about with the door handle because it seemed like such fascinating technology to the idiot mind of a bad-mannered sprog who's blocking the exit for a clearly very busy man who just wants to drink his takeaway cappuccino at home in childless peace and do the quiz in the Saturday paper and then pretend to read all the other bits, but he can't. He can't do that because little poopy pants is too much of a dummy to work out that applying downward pressure to a simple lever connected to a sliding bolt via a spindle and cylinder mechanism causes the bolt to slide out across the door's internal face, moving out of the frame's latch receptacle and allowing you to open the door. But who know it's all, ooh, it's magic, Daddy. No, it's simple mechanical engineering. You little shit. Nor did they apologise for all the times they publicly shat themselves, which is worse. Which is probably worse for the parent than the doorway thing, I think. No, they were playing Pokemon Go instead. And now they were using trendy new words that she didn't understand. She didn't know what a Charizard was. And frankly, she didn't care. Because she was dying. "I'll tell you this much," she croaked. "The Anzacs didn't take out Bin Laden just so you ungrateful little Snapchats could catch Flaggets and Brebops and Sluyuks and Lynchins." Well, the children, they just rolled their eyes, then scoffed, then rolled them back again. None of those are Pokemon, Mum. Though one of them certainly sounds like it could have been.
Tastes like poo.
The woman slipped from consciousness, then slipped from life. One child sighed. Another one sneezed. A third tried to ironically use a Pokemon Revive potion on her. The one who sneezed started laughing. The tallest one excused himself to take a piss. He lifted the toilet lid and saw in the bowl a sodden wad of toilet paper. And he pissed on the wad and imagined it represented the baby boomer generation.
"That's what I think of you, Mum,"
he muttered as he pissed. And all the siblings laughed again. They could see all this happening because tall Dennis had left the toilet door open, as he always did, as all of them always do now. Privacy is a quaint notion to the minds of post-9/11 babies. Generally understood, but regarded as one might regard a fossil. That is to say, privacy holds about as much relevance to the lives of young people as dinosaurs, or petticoats, or trench warfare, or stable employment, or unions, or headphones. You seen these kids? You seen these kids on trams and buses and that? Just blasting music straight out of their phone speaker and not through like a headphone or anything? Unbelievable. Also little shits. The smallest child, well, she just quietly raised her iPhone, tracked it around until it was facing the bed, and started throwing Pokeballs at the Bulbasaur, bouncing up and down on the still warm corpse of her Daddy Bones mother. And intergenerational warfare doesn't get much cuter than that. It's a tough one, that. I don't know who comes off worse. You've got the mother, who obviously became what she hated. You've got the children with their obvious lack of respect for their elders. And then you've got the Bulbasaur, just bouncing up and down on the dead body of someone's mum. Which is, probably the Bulbasaur, I'd say, because I don't care where you come from. That's not on.